Hello, we're back with Shakespeare. We're gonna crank this out. Cause yeah, I need to. Let me make sure everything's working. Ugh. I think there's music. I'm just gonna assume there is music and we're gonna be good and we're gonna start. So we're on to the apparently the Dark Lady sonnets. We're gonna try and get half done tonight, and then the next half next week. Um, that's irritating. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. Um, yeah. So as I was looking up which poems they were to make sure I was doing the correct ones, I saw this whole thing. I thought it was interesting historically, and I guess as somebody who wears makeup, um, the whole dark lady thing is partially like it used to be. Trendy is not the right word, in fashion, to, and sometimes still is, to powder the heck out of the face in order to be as ghostly white as possible. But the dark lady in the sonnets does not do so, and her hair is black or brunette, and her eyes are black, and yeah, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of Edgar Allan Poe's Lady Z, um, who have like the dark eyes, the dark hair, but I think they had like the pale faces. So, yeah, I think it can be interpreted a different way too, and that's absolutely fine as well. I'm a little concerned about the content, but we're gonna be good. We're gonna make it work, and it's gonna be we're gonna be mature about it, hopefully, and it'll hopefully be flowery enough. Where's my thing? Come here. It'll hopefully be flowery enough that it won't appear so what it apparently is supposed to be. So yeah, so here we go. Number 127 of Shakespeare's The Dark Lady, I guess, sonnets. In the old age, black was not counted fair, or if it were, it bore not beauty's name. But now is black beauty's successive heir, and beauty slandered with a bastard shame. For since each hand hath put on nature's power, faring the foul with art's false borrowed face, sweet beauty hath no name, no holy hour, but is profaned, if not lives in disgrace. Therefore my mistress' eyes are raven black, her eyes so suited, and they mourners seem at such, who, not born fair, no beauty lack, slandering creation with a false esteem. Yet so they mourn, becoming of their woe, that every tongue says beauty should look so. Okay, so, and again, could be taken a different way, but if it's taken the way that it was, the whole, not makeup thing, In the old age, the dark complexion, like tanned usual complexion, not counted fair. If it were, it bore not beauty's name, was not beautiful to not be like plastered with powder. But now is black beauty's successive heir, and beauty slandered with a bastard shame. But now is black beauty's successive heir, and beauty slandered with a bastard shame. So, like, what was formerly named beauty? So, like, black beauty versus what's formerly named beauty, slandered with a bastard shame, potentially. For since each hand hath put on nature's power, faring the foul, faring the foul with art's false faring the foul with art's false borrowed face. Yeah, so for since each hand hath put on nature's power, that sounds more like the natural bit. And then the faring the foul with art's false borrowed face is faring, making fair the dark complexion, or the tanned or darker complexion with art's false borrowed face, so putting on that makeup. Sweet beauty hath no name, no holy hour, but is profaned, if not lives in disgrace. So again, I think that sweet beauty would be the natural beauty, hath no name, no holy hour, but is profaned, if not lives in disgrace. Therefore my mistress' eyes are raven black, her eyes so suited, and they mourners seem at such, who not born fair, no beauty lack. So, yeah, okay. Eyes raven black, her eyes so suited, and they seem as mourners at such, who, oh, they mourners seem at such, who not born fair, no beauty lack. So, like, she kind of has sad eyes, who not born fair, so not born fair, still doesn't lack beauty, slandering creation with a false esteem. No beauty lack. No beauty lack. And then the slandering creation with a false esteem is, again, the putting on of the face. Yet so they mourn. Yeah, they mourners seem at such who not born. So they're sad at not being born fair, yet they lack no beauty by slandering creation with the false esteem, with the false face. Yet so they mourn, becoming of their woe, that every tongue says beauty should look so. Yet so they mourn, so, yeah. So they mourn still, even though they're still beautiful, becoming of their woe, that every tongue says beauty should look so. Yeah, so then it, that whole, like, yet so they mourn, becoming of their woe, that every, so yeah, this is sad eyes being beautiful. Beauty, or sadness makes my eyes sparkle. Yeah. That every tongue says beauty should look so. So yeah, so again, going into that whole like natural, not having to put on the face and everything. Kind of. Okay, 127. That was 127. We're at 128. Excellent. Moving right along. How oft when thou my music placed upon that blessed wood, whose motion sounds with thy sweet fingers, when thou gently sway'st the wiry concord that mine ear confounds, do I envy those jacks that nimble leap to kiss the tender inward of thy hand, whilst my poor lips, which should that harvest reap, at the wood's boldness by thee blushing stand, to be so tickled they would change their state and situation with those dancing chips, o'er whom thy fingers walk with gentle gait, making dead wood more blessed than living lips. Since saucy jacks so happy are in this, give them thy fingers, me thy lips to kiss. I'm so sorry. We'll hopefully it's not what I thought it was, but we're gonna. I believe that there is some euphemism in here, but we're gonna try to avoid it a little bit. So how oft with oh no, okay. I am a mature lady. How oft when thou my music playest upon that blessed wood whose motion sound. Oh God. I'm a lady. Okay. Evening. Nice jumping in another stream. What's for today? We're doing Shakespeare, and I apologize in advance because we just moved on to a section of the poetry where there's apparently euphemisms more so than usual, and yeah, I'm not being very ladylike about it. I'm trying, but yeah. So we're doing some Shakespeare sonnets. That's what we're doing today. So hello, how are you? I'm trying to work through 128. Going old school, really? Yes, Shakespeare. I'm so I started streaming for the reading stuff, and then once I got into the flying in real life, then I got into the Microsoft Flight Sim stuff. But like stories and books are my first love, and yeah, I do I love them. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're working on 128. I'm having a little bit of a struggle, but oh, I'm good. I'm gonna be a lady. I'm gonna be a lady. So okay, hang on. We're gonna take a drink of water. We're gonna compose ourselves. Mm. Doing great, excellent. Had a flight today. Yes, pretty rough, but you managed to deal with all the problems. Okay, so you're feeling smart. Nice, excellent. What do you mean? Like what aspects were rough? And good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're feeling smart. That is the best. It's like when that can you say that dichotomy of when things don't go exactly the way that they should. However, like you get through it, and that's a really good feeling. So I'm happy for you. That's awesome. That's excellent. Okay, all right. I'm gonna. How oft when thou? Oh God. Oh my God. Sorry. I am. I'm. Ah. It's talking about violence. Violence is what it is talking about. How oft when thou, my music playest upon that blessed wood, whose motion sounds with thy, oh God, with the, with thy sweet fingers, when thou gently swayest the wiry concord, that mine ear confounds. Okay. All right, I'm gonna read this. The weather was not the best. Okay, needed a lot of pitch control, which you weren't secure about till today. Right, but that's the thing is you got to get out of your comfort zone. Like I'm still ish about crosswind stuff, and my instructor's like, we had a really gusty day, and he made me land the whole thing, and apparently I did fine. And he's like, see, you can land in it, and I'm still like, So yeah, you do. You get out of your comfort zone and you do it, and yeah, so good. I'm glad, and it's such a good experience. It's such a great learning experience. And yeah, having to do it, it is. It's good. It's a good thing. English really changed. Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, it has. It's like a different dialect, I would say, sort of, kind of. So yeah, it's fun, and it's flowery, and like I said, it does. It kind of glosses over what it's potentially really saying. So totally. I mean, okay, good. How's the night stuff too? How's the night stuff too? Which night stuff? The night stuff. If you mean night flying is amazing, but I realize going through my logbook, I haven't gone in a long time, and it's making me really sad. But the night stuff is so much fun. It's so beautiful, and it's just such a different like feeling and experience, and you get to see like it's so much easier to see all of the planes up above or like around you, and it's fun. It's like being in a little buzzy hive sort of thing, which is kind of weird, but at the same time it's sort of friendly, if that makes sense. But yeah, it is. It's fun. It's very fun. I okay, so where I take off from, it's like a black hole going into it. So technically, I can't and wouldn't fly on my own out of there. So if you have a nice lighted runway, you would probably be able to do that stuff a lot better and easier. But yeah, that's the experience that I have. But it's still fun. It's a challenge. All right, okay, we're gonna get through it. How oft, when thou my music placed upon that blessed wood, whose motion sounds with thy sweet fingers, when thou gently swayest the wiry concord that mine ear confounds, do I envy? Okay, so we're comparing music and the physical and oral sound. Oh, that was a terrible way of putting it. Aural. That's how you spell it. auditory ness of music. To love. Um, do I envy those jacks that nimble leap to kiss the tender inward of thy hand? So yes. So yeah, we are. We're gonna say violin and uh, plucking fingers and playing, and it sounds sweet. Whilst my poor lips, which should that harvest reap, at the wood's boldness by thee blushing stand. Um. So yeah. So I envy that the. Okay. Any way that I put this, it's just terrible. Oh God, to be so tickled they would change their state and situation with those dancing chips. So my yes, my lips would, or whom thy fingers walk with gentle gait, making oh God, making the violin more blessed than living lips. Since saucy jacks so happy are in this, give them thy fingers, me thy lips to kiss. Yeah. Um. So yeah, so you can go ahead and play your violin since your violin is happy in being played. They can have your fingers and I shall kiss your lips. Excellent. 128. We're moving on from that one. Oh my gosh. Okay. Amazing. The night stuff? Yes, it is. It's and I am. I'm somebody who like really likes nighttime and staring up at the sky and stuff. So I thought I was going to be looking up at the moon and all the stars and all that. But it's so cool just like looking down below and seeing just everything. It's so lively. And it's just a really interesting it's a very interesting like visual experience. Yeah. And it took a while to, at least for me, to figure out like where things are and how to recognize like where the runways are and everything and what certain lights mean on the ground. But then once you do, it's again kind of like learning a language or like recognizing like yeah, a map or whatever, and you understand it and you get it, and yeah, it's fun. All into becoming an airline pilot to get international night flights. Yes. Oh, be amazing. Oh, that's so good. Oh, yes. Good. Cool. Excellent. Wait, so have you not done night flight yet? You gotta let me know when you do. It's so cool. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. That was one of the things that I was really looking forward to was that, and it is. It's just lovely and cozy and beautiful. So yeah. All right, we're gonna throw another one in here. 129. The expense of spirit in a waste of shame is lust in action, until action lust is perjured, murderous, bloody, full of blame, savage, extreme, rude, cruel, not to trust, enjoyed no sooner, but despised straight, past reason hunted, and no sooner had, past reason hated as a swallowed bait, on purpose laid to make the taker mad, mad in pursuit and in possession so, had, having, and in quest to have, extreme, a bliss in proof and proved a very woe. Before a joy proposed, behind a dream, all this the world well knows, yet none knows well to shun the heaven that leads men to this hell. All right, this is going to be another interesting one. Come ready to tell me when you make your first one. Okay, sounds good. I'm so excited. It is. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. Well, and that's the thing is, I guess depending where you are, I'm trying to remember if you told me. It's like everything just runs together. But like depending on where you are, it's gonna be staying like really light, really late. So you're gonna have like really late ones, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I'm so excited. I do. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear about it. All right, so we'll get through this one fast. So basically, it's flowery language to describe lust. Excellent. The expense of spirit in a waste of shame. The expense. The expense of spirit in a waste of shame. So, um, long hauls for the win. Right. Yeah. And I mean that actually be probably really nice though too, because then there's probably not a whole lot of people up there. And that's the thing I really like is not having busy airspace. Busy airspace or airport. Uh what's the reason for the poems today? So again, I started um, the streaming stuff with the reading, I started with reading all of Edgar Allan Poe. Um, and then we moved on to the sonnets of Shakespeare, just because I'm trying to get a proper schedule in. And once I get a proper schedule, I'll read longer stuff. But for right now, I just want to do the short stuff. So we're doing sonnets of Shakespeare, and we've been working on that uh, for a few months. So Tuesdays are flying, Thursdays are reading, and Sundays are basically random stuff at the moment. That's kind of the schedule at the moment. So yeah, so Thursdays it's poems, and this is yeah. You miss Poe? Okay. I enjoyed Poe so much. I was about to get really whatever about it, but it is so good. And one of the things that I really found was that even if, because I would have to do like a little bit of research to kind of like know how to, I don't know, introduce it and everything. I did things a little differently back then, but I would do a little bit of research and I would accidentally I would spoil it for myself, but it didn't matter because it was just that good. So like nowadays, right? Nowadays, if you get spoilers, it actually does spoil it. You know what I mean? But even if you know what's going to happen with Poe, it doesn't matter because it's still just it hits, and just the way that it's done is it's just so good, and it's just so what's the word, like visual. The imagery is excellent, and it's so dark, which I really like. And there's just parts that make you go ooh, yeah. But yeah, you miss Poe. There is a long story that I was going to do at some point. But again, I haven't figured out how and when to do that. Pit and the Pendulum, yes. Yep, yeah, I did. I read through all of them, and that one was really good too. I want to say I'd read that before. It was one of those that I'd like read in school before that, but I didn't like appreciate it until I read it here. So yeah, that was good. It was so yeah. Oh, I do. It's so creative and interesting, and it kind of like reblossomed my own like interest in writing. So yeah, it was. I'm really glad about that. And it's funny because I wanted to read all of Poe because there was a movie I wanted to watch that was like about Poe. And I haven't even watched that yet because just reading Poe was the best experience in itself. And I thought it was so funny too that he was a troll. He was an actual troll, like sending in stories to newspapers or magazines or whatever. Like, oh, I can't remember. It was like the hot air balloon and something about the moon. Those were like way at the beginning, so it's been a while. But that tickled me immensely that he was that sort of a person. And you don't really think about that because it's so dark. He's so thought of as so dark and gruesome, but it really adds some extra motivation at it. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was good. So yeah, I'm sorry you missed those, but maybe at some point I'll read the last story. But we'll figure it out. Never heard of it. Sounds like him. Yeah, there was. He did. There was like a hot air balloon one, and he did. He actually like, and I want to say it might have been like an alien one too. I can't quite remember. It was this. These were like way back. But it was super funny because people actually believed it, and he did it knowing full well that he was gonna make people believe it and things were gonna happen. So yeah, it was amazing. It's amazing. Okay, quick do this one out. Expensive spirit in a waste of shame is lust in action. So giving into lust is the spirit expense. That's the expense of spirit in a waste of shame. For some reason, like I get the idea of it, but for some reason I can't get it out. So we're gonna just move on from that until action. Until you action, or hang on. So yeah, so it's basically a skeleton. General idea of it is beforehand. It's beforehand. It's all these bad things: perjured, murderous, bloody. It's full of blame, savage, is extreme, rude, cruel, all the bad things. And once you give into it, it's enjoyed, but as soon as it's over, despise it straight. Past reason is hunted, and no sooner past reason is hunted, so you try and reason with yourself, and no sooner is it's had, and past reason is hated. Hang on. As a swallowed bait, on purpose, laid to make the taker mad. So reason being the reason, like reasoning yourself into it, potentially, and then no sooner had it, you hate it because it's a bait, and it's laid on purpose to make you mad, whoever takes it, because then you despise yourself afterward. Mad in pursuit. Mad in pursuit. It's a technical. And in possession, so, same thing. Had, having, and in quest to have. Had, having, and in quest to have, extreme. See, those are like the same things, except not. Had, and having, and in quest to have. No, sorry, hang on. Had, having, and in quest to have, extreme. A bliss in proof, and proved a very woe. So bliss in proof is, while it's happening, bliss. And after having been proved, woe. Excellent. Okay. Beforehand, a joy proposed. So you look at it behind. Yeah, a joy proposed. You look at it from beforehand. All those possibilities. Behind, it's like a dream. Confused why I wouldn't say like nightmare. All this the world well knows. Everybody knows this. Yet none knows well to shun the heaven that leads men to this hell. That's actually fun. Fun in a strange way. So everybody knows it, but still, nobody knows well enough to not give into it. Excellent. Number 129. We're on to number 130. Come on, work. There. I wasn't. No, I wasn't. That's why I was. Yeah, and I am. I'm wondering if I'm even gonna finish these. I mean, I guess I probably should, but we're gonna get through half today, and yeah, apparently these are more like the first 126 poems were more of like the spiritual love, and these are more of the yeah, not so much those. And the pleonasms, that's a great word. Hang on. I have learned a new word today, and I'm pleased. Is it naughty? Oh no. Oh, I love it. Oh. See, I should know these things because I was an English major, but yeah. Yeah. C's get degrees, right? Excellent. It's funny because I just started a new book today, personal reading, and it's basically essays from C.S. Lewis. I absolutely love C.S. Lewis's his writing, all of it, any of it. And he was talking about like parallelisms and like the redundancy in writing. So that's interesting. That's interesting that the synchronicity. I love that. Okay, all right. All right, we're describing the mistress. 130. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breast that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she, belied with false compare. Okay, I actually really enjoyed that. this one, like it can be taken very sweetly, where it's like, yeah, I know that my lady, my person, is not the most objectively attractive in all of the conventionally attractive ways. And yet, this is my person, and I love this person. Crazy that you, someone that doesn't have English as their mother tongue, managed to teach you a word. Exactly. I love that. Oh, that makes me so happy. So, can I ask, what is your mother tongue? I really enjoy languages. So, she's not cute, but I love her. Right, which is absolutely cute. So yeah, so it's like it is. It's all the things, all those like eyes shining like the sun, lips as red as coral, and snow white skin because powdery, and hairs are wires. Oh, roses on the cheeks. She smells of perfume. No, my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak. It doesn't sound good, but I love to hear it. She's no goddess. She walks on the ground. And yet by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she, belied with false compare. Oh, that's beautiful. Portuguese, excellent, very cool. Been living out of your home country for 4 years. Okay, sounds good. Is that for something specific, or just like that's the way life went? That's cool. So okay, so again, Portuguese is no, it's like Spanish, but you can tell the difference. Because I took Spanish in school, so I think that I can like recognize when it's Portuguese. I can't actually speak it or understand it, but I can recognize that it is Portuguese because it looks like Spanish, but it's not quite. Correct? Unless I'm thinking of a completely different one. Oh, very cool though. I love that. All right. Oh, done with another one. 131. That thou art as tyrannous. I definitely thought it said Tyrannosaurus. Thou art as tyrannous, so as thou art, as those whose beauties proudly make them cruel. For well thou knowest to my dear doting heart, thou art the fairest and most precious jewel. Yet in good faith some say that thee behold, thy face hath not the power to make love groan. To say they err, I dare not be so bold, although I swear it to myself alone. And to be sure that is not false I swear, 1,000 groans, but thinking on thy face. One on another's neck do witness bear, thy black is fairest in my judgment's place. In nothing art thou black save in thy deeds, and thence this slander, as I think, proceeds. Ooh, okay, alright, we'll see what that is. Travel for a year for a student exchange and managed to get a green card. Nice! It has its similarities. Okay, sounds good. But Spanish speakers have some hatred against Portuguese ones for some reason. Why? But, ah, no. Love, always. No, that, I like recognizing languages, and I always loved being able to recognize that, where it's like, okay, I can recognize Spanish because I know Spanish, but if it looks a little bit different, it's not quite Spanish, that it's Portuguese, and that always makes me happy. Excellent, but I don't know why. But and that's the thing too, is I like languages, so it's like where did it diverge? Because it must have come from somewhere. Again, well, I guess like the Latin, the romantic. Okay, hang on. I've been out of the language thing for a while. I should get back into. Okay, the Romance languages. And then Latin. I don't know, but I do. I like that because it does. It has that history to it. There's a reason why things went the way that they did, and there's a reason why we don't speak like this anymore, because something happened along the way, and there's a reason for that. And I love that there's a reason for that. Portuguese talk a lot slower too. Nice, nice. Which is good. It's probably easier to understand for us non-native people then too. Excellent. Okay. And is it savoring the words as well? No. I don't know. Oh, that's funny. But it is. I do. I love all the like cultural distinctions and trying to figure out why. And then sometimes you just it just is. It just is that way. And you just accept it. And it's beautiful. So, yeah. Excellent. Oh, I love that. Okay. Though artist Tyrannus, and again, so general skeletal thing, it seemed like it was kind of good, but then apparently she's not a good person. So you artist Tyrannus, so as thou art, as those whose beauties proudly make them cruel. So again, saying you're not, okay, you're it's not quite saying this, but kind of. You're not pretty enough to be as cruel as you are. But kind of. For well thou knowest to my dear doting heart, thou art the fairest and most precious jewel. Because, so yeah, you're not pretty enough to be as cruel as you are to me. You know that I love you beyond compare. Yet in good faith some say that thee behold, thy face hath not the power to make love groan. Yeah, so, but your, again, your face is not the ones that are spoken of in literature or, apart from this, apparently, it's not that conventional in fashion beauty. To say they err, I dare not be so bold, although I swear it to myself alone. I dare not be so bold to say that they err. Okay, so yeah, so I wouldn't say that they're wrong. Hang on. Yeah, I won't say that they're wrong, that you're not conventionally attractive. Um, but I swear it to myself. I tell that to myself because I do. I think you're pretty damn sweet looking and stuff. Apparently not in personality. And to be sure, that is not false, I swear. I'm not lying about that. 1,000 groans, but thinking on thy face. I do. I groan when thinking of your face, even though it's not conventionally attractive. One on another's neck do witness bear, thy black is fairest in my judgment's place. Again, going back to the makeup thing. Um, one on another's neck do witness bear, thy black is fairest in my judgment's place. So yeah, you without your makeup in your natural state is fairest. In nothing art thou black save in thy deeds, and thence this slander, as I think, proceeds. So, yeah. So again, the whole naturalness, that darker complexion when you're not caking on the white makeup, um, I think is beautiful. And except that your deeds, your deeds are pretty uh oh, what's the word? Unforgivable. And so I write this slander of you. Oh my gosh. But I honestly I do. I kind of like this line too. You're not pretty enough to be as mean as you are. It's it is. It's kind of bad, but it's kind of funny. Oh shoot. New. Oh, you have a donkey face and the arrogance of a supermodel. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, oh, I love that so much. That's so great, and I do. That's what I like is being able. I don't have that ability to put that sort of a imagery on it. So that's beautiful. Donkey. Okay, I love it. Okay, 132. Thine eyes I love, and they, as pitying me, knowing thy heart, torment me with disdain, have put on black and loving mourners be, looking with pretty ruth upon my pain. And truly not the morning sun of heaven better becomes the great cheeks of the east, nor that full star that ushers in the even, doth half that glory to the sober west. Ah, come back. As those two morning eyes become thy face, O let it then as well beseem thy heart, to mourn for me, since morning doth thee grace, and suit thy pity like in every part. Then will I swear beauty herself is black, and all thy foul that thy complexion lack. Ooh, that was interesting. Okay. Being the class clown took you somewhere. Nice. Oh, I love it. Were you a Um, malicious is a strong word. Did you get in trouble a lot, or did you just make everybody laugh? Either way, it can always go somewhere. Thine eyes I love, and they, so I love your eyes. They look good. And they, as pitying me, you pity me when you look at me, knowing thy heart, as pitying me, knowing thy heart torment me with disdain. So, okay, hang on. Have put on black and loving mourners be, looking with pretty Ruth. Okay, I need to check Trusty Dusty book because I'm not sure what Ruth means. Just positive jokes. Nice. Love the PLP way of life. What is the PLP way of life? The positive life personality. Positive outlook personality. You're just teaching me all sorts of stuff tonight. I'm excited about it. Peace, love, and positivity. I love it. Yes. That's good. It should be. That's the way it should be. That's the way it's supposed to be. So good. I'm glad. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Okay. So I love your eyes. They pity me in a negative respect. Knowing thy heart, I would think knowing my heart. Knowing thy heart as pitying me. Oh. Okay, hang on. So, thine eyes I love your eyes, and they, as if they're pitying me, torment me with disdain, because I know your heart. So knowing your heart, your eyes looking at me seem to pity me and torment me with your disdain of me, because I know how you actually feel. I don't know. Have put on black and loving mourners be. So in one of the first ones it said her eyes are black, but also the loving mourners be is also goes with the have put on black, because the mourning is wearing black, and loving mourners be, but now she loves him. Looking with pretty Ruth. Okay, we're gonna see what Ruth means in this respect. 132. Pretty Ruth. Number 4. Ruth. Pity. Oh, like ruthlessness. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I love it when that happens. It's like, what is it? Is it disgruntled? Disgruntled. The opposite is gruntled. Ah! Oh, I guess I could have just looked it up. Feeling of pity, distress, or grief. Ruthless. Excellent. To live, love, but not forget. To live, love, but not for Karens. Right. Gotcha. Basically, Shakespeare had a relationship with a toxic woman. Oh, yes. Apparently so. Apparently so. Looking with pretty Ruth, so again, pity upon my pain, and truly not the morning sun of heaven. And truly not the morning sun of heaven better becomes the gray cheeks of the east. So again, comparing, like, the eyes to the sun and the cheeks to the roses, sort of, but, like, her eyes are not the sun of heaven, the morning sun of heaven, and her cheeks are in the east are gray. So her eyes become those cheeks, nor that full star that ushers in the even doth half that glory to the sober west. Doth half that glory to the sober west. So yeah, her eyes are not like the sun or the stars, but they become her face and do her cheeks justice. Maybe? As those two morning eyes become thy face. There we go. Oh, let it then as well beseem thy heart to mourn for me. So they become your face. Let it see. Oh, let it then as well beseem thy heart to mourn for me. So please mourn for me, since mourning doth thee grace. Since mourning gives you grace. And suit thy pity like in every part. Then will I swear beauty herself is black, and all they foul that thy complexion lack. So again, it does. It seems like it's, again, the fashion used to be the brightness, the brightness, the red, the red cheeks, sparkling eyes. Um, but like that that sadness, that melancholy, that naturalness. Um, like the then will I swear beauty herself is black, so that again that uncovered complexion, and all they foul that thy complexion lack, who do not uh possess your complexion and or cover over their own. Um, so yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Number 133. We're trucking along. I'm trying to think. Okay, so 127, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hang on. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Well, we could do through 140. Okay. I just needed to make sure that I was um um knowing when I was actually going to stop. Otherwise, I would have just kept going, I guess. Number 133. Yes. So and that's the thing is everybody's going to put their own bias in their analysis. So I am potentially putting my own bias into this as well. But I kind of like the whole where it's the whole naturalness of beauty or whatever. But I do the and I guess it for me it'd be an interesting thing. I don't know if it would be for you, like the history of makeup sort of thing. So like again, I know like the cheeks and like the complexion, the powdered, the white powdered face, ghostly appearance with the rose cheeks. Um, but then I'm trying to think of like what eye stuff. Like, did they have mascara back? Was that a thing? So, is that where the sad eyes come in? Because as soon as you take the mascara off, the eyes look sad and sick. So I don't know. It's it's interesting. Anyway, number 133. Beshrew that heart that makes my heart to groan, for that deep wound it gives my friend and me is not enough to torture me alone, but slave to slavery my sweetest friend must be. Me from myself thy cruel eye hath taken, and my next self thou harder hast engrossed. Of him, myself, and thee I am forsaken, a torment thrice threefold thus to be crossed. Prison my heart in thy steel bosom's ward, but then my friend's heart let my poor heart bail. Whoe'er keeps me, let my heart be his guard. Thou canst not then use rigor in my gowl. And yet thou wilt, Gale, my Gale, and yet thou wilt, for I being pent in thee, perforce am thine and all that is in me. Okay, 133, we're just going to check what that is. In my jail? That's why trusty dusty book and this version don't always coincide. Apparently it's jail. Thou canst not then use rigor in my jail. Interesting. Really gets wondering if if our writer will get a ceasing to his grief. I would think not, probably. But we'll see. That would be a really interesting end to them. However, I'm trying to think, cuz the last sections didn't really like they had sunshiny moments within it, but I don't think they ever really ended well. So I'm guessing not, but I hope so. I always like a happy ending, but a tragic one is also interesting. Just like those old songs, but I'll let you go. Yes, there we go. So it's just like, oh, okay, it's kind of a happy ending, but it's also like not. It's like not, but it is. Because then you can move on. And yeah. That anticlimax. It's just like, oh, I'm not going to make that joke. Okay, never mind. Okay. Number 133, we're gonna analyze it, analyze it with analysis. Beshrew that heart that makes my heart to groan, for that deep wound it gives my friend and me. Please be talking about an actual friend. So beshrew your heart, oh, uh, woman that I love. You make my heart groan, and it has wounded me deeply, as well as my friend. So for right now, we're gonna go with I have this buddy who's dealing with this issue with me, and he has to deal with it too. So yeah, so, and this is your fault. It's not enough to torture me alone, but slave to slavery my sweetest friend must be. So yeah, this person who is trying to help me through this is a slave to this slavery that I am in, that I am under because of you. And you torture not me alone, but this person as well. Me from myself thy cruel eye hath taken. So I am not me without you, and therefore you have taken me from me. And my next self thou harder hast engrossed. Next self being beside me, which is my bosom buddy. Of him, myself, and thee, I am forsaken. I'm lost from everybody because I do not have you. A torment thrice threefold thus to be crossed. So everybody's tormented, or I am tormented, being lost from all of us. Prison my heart in thy steel bosom's ward. But then my friend's heart let my poor heart bail. So is this a it's my stream, I can say it if I want to. Do I want to? Sort of like where the guy gets a girlfriend and no longer has the friend, or like no longer sees his friends anymore, so the friends lose the friend. Does that make sense? So like my heart is imprisoned in your bosom, in your heart, and then my friend's heart let my poor heart bail. So like, whoever keeps me, let my heart be his guard. Thou canst not then use rigor in my jail. So, yeah, but then my friend's heart let my poor heart bail. So it kind of seems like, again, my friend is helping me out of this situation, this emotional situation in which I have found myself. So whoever keeps me, let my heart be his guard. So I will also protect you. I will keep your heart as well. Thou canst not then use rigor in my jail, and yet thou wilt, for I being pent in thee, perforce am thine, and all that is in me. So again, so I will be the guard. Whoever keeps me, I will be the guard. And so then you can't make a scene in my jail because I'm the guard. But you will, because I am imprisoned in you, and therefore I'm yours, and everything in me is also yours. So even though I'm the guard of my jail, you're the guard of me because I'm imprisoned in you, potentially. Maybe. Like when I stopped seeing his friends. Yeah, when a guy stops seeing his friends because now he has the obligations of being a husband. Right. Sorry, speech recognition sometimes fail. Right. No, I understand. Right. You know what I mean? That's what I think too. So I feel like that's what it is. And I'm so happy that that's what it is because I thought it was going a different way. So yeah, I think that's what that is. We're going to go with that and we're going to accept it as that. So yeah, that was number 133. Excellent. That one was okay. Sad, but I'm glad it went that way instead of another way. Number 134. I feel like I was able to zoom in a little bit more. But oh well. Oh well. I hope you can see it properly. So now I have confessed that he is thine, and I myself am mortgaged to thy will. Myself I'll forfeit, so that other mine thou wilt restore, to be my comfort still. But thou wilt not, nor he will not be free, for thou art covetous, and he is kind. He learned but surety like to write for me under that bond that him as fast doth bind. The statute of thy beauty thou wilt take, thou usurer, thou that put'st forth all to use, and sue a friend came debtor for my sake, so him I lose through my unkind abuse. Him have I lost, thou hast both him and me. He pays the whole, and yet I am not free. Interesting. See, in the beginning, it was almost seeming like it was like a different part of sort of like losing a part of yourself in a relationship, like to another person, like you become a different person and you lose some part of yourself. And then in this wholly negative way, sorry. But then it kind of went back to, and it's one of those things where now I'm wondering if the one above was also that sort of a thing. But I don't know. So we'll start going through it. Because in the end, it also kind of seems like it is like the one above, too. I don't know. So now I have confessed that he is thine, and I myself am mortgaged to thy will. Myself I'll forfeit, so that other mine thou wilt restore to be my comfort still. Again, poetically, I would think that it's more of a myself sort of thing, this other part of myself. But it's just kind of hard for me to, like, what other part of myself? We'll go at it with like it's a. I do. I do. I kind of want to go with it's like this other part of myself. So now I have confessed that he is thine, and I myself am mortgaged to thy will. So he is yours, and I am also mortgaged to your will. So I'll forfeit myself, so that other mine you'll restore, to be my comfort still. Oh, okay. So, ah, all right. So I'm gonna throw this out there. I think it fits really well. So the other him is that spiritual love, whereas the myself it's talking about is the strictly physical. So now I have confessed that he is thine, that spiritual love. That spiritual love. Love, true love. So now I have confessed that I love you. I love you in that way. And I am mortgaged to your will in that way. Myself I'll forfeit, so we could just do that stuff. So that other mine thou wilt restore. So that I can get out of that potentially, hopefully, that um spiritual emotional sort of love. So that I can still be comforted in that at least. But you will not restore it, and he will not be free. That more that purer love. For you are covetous, you want everything, and he is kind. He learned but surety like to write for me under that bond that him as fast doth bind. So yeah, so he's all tangled up in this situation as well. The statute of thy beauty thou wilt take, thou usurer that puts forth all to use. So you're taking everything. You're putting forth everything so that you're taking everything. And sue a friend came debtor for my sake. So I would think that again, if it is about potentially maybe they got into it just for the physical stuff and then he wasn't feeling too good about that kind of, but then he fell in love. So then and sue a friend came debtor for my sake. So the love came in to maybe, hopefully, potentially, like, make that into a proper situation. Um, but then it didn't because of how you are as a person. So him I lose through my unkind abuse. So I lose that part of me. Him have I lost. Thou hast both him and me. You have both of those things. He pays the whole, and yet I am not free. I think that's I like that. I like that. I kind of just want to quick go back to this one and see if that fits there too. Beshrew that heart that makes my heart to groan, for that deep wound it gives my friend and me. Not enough to torture me alone, but slave to slavery my sweetest friend must be. My sweet friend, my like pure love friend. Me from myself, thy cruel eye, thy cruel eye hath taken, and my next self thou harder hast engrossed. See, that kind of makes sense. So me from myself thy cruel eye hath taken, physical sense, and my next self thou harder hast engrossed. So I fell in love, and that's terrible thing, and it's even worse. You're even harder engrossed with the love of him, myself, and thee. I am forsaken. So I am not. I don't have that. I don't have my heart. I don't have control in the other area, and we're all, I'm all forsaken from all of us. A torment thrice threefold thus to be crossed, prison my heart in thy steel bosom's ward, but then my friend's heart, oh, let my poor heart bail. So yes. So, but then my friend's heart, I definitely misread that line before. Let my poor heart bail out my friend's heart, my like pure love heart, by just doing the thing. Whoever keeps me, let my heart be his guard. Thou canst not then use rigor in my jail. And then it just goes the same kind of way. And then, perforce am thine and all that is in me, including that, like, again, my heart. Interesting. I kind of like that. I'm gonna, that was number 133 and 134, and now we're on to 135. Excellent. I'm kind of actually liking that a little bit, that sort of distinction between the two and how that's sort of a theme. So we'll see if it continues kind of that way. I'm hoping. That sort of, it does. It seems kind of like lamenting that sort of a situation. So I don't know. We'll see. Number 135. Whoever hath her wish, thou hast thy will, and will to boot, and will in overplus. More than enough am I that vex thee still, to thy sweet will making addition thus. Wilt thou, whose will is large and spacious, not once vouchsafe to hide my will in thine? Shall will in others seem right gracious, and in my will no fair acceptance shine? Sorry. The sea, all water, yet receives rain still, and in abundance addeth to his store. So thou, being rich in will, add to thy will one will of mine to make thy large will more. Let no unkind, no fair beseeches kill. Think all but one, and me in that one will. Okay. Whoever hath her wish, thou hast thy will, and will to boot, and will in overplus. Okay. So I almost feel like it's starting out with sort of like happy wife, happy life sort of thing. So whoever hath her wish. So again, it's one of those things where I don't. When was the last time you heard someone say thou? I actually never heard that in a convo. I mean, I do it like as a joke. That's one of the things that amuses me is speaking most pretentiously and properly, because I think it's hysterical. And I also do it over like text, and it doesn't come out right, and I just sound like a dumb person. But yeah, no, I don't think. You know what? Uh, I don't think I'd be able to. I'm trying to. I was gonna like challenge myself, and you would be my witness to try and like use it legitimately in a conversation, and I don't think I could. I would just start laughing. Yeah, yeah. I could only do it as a joke. Because then you'd have to use the wilt. When wilt thou? Or thine, I don't know. Yeah, no, I've definitely never heard it before either. Oh, but it, it's nice. It's pretty and it's flowery. It adds a little, I was gonna say spice, but it's more of a sweet spice. So it adds a little sweet to it. I don't know. Only old university professors could do so. In that you would probably be correct. That and potentially theater people. I could also see theater people doing that. I've been a theater. Yeah, okay. It's been a while. But no, yeah, definitely old university professors. Old university professors are great though, especially when they use a little bow tie, wear a little bow tie. Oh, it's cute. Oh gosh. Okay. So yes, whoever hath her wish, happy wife, thou hast thy will, happy life, and will to boot and will in over plus. So yeah, then you have your will and even more will. More than enough am I that vex thee still. To thy sweet will, making addition thus. Wilt thou, whose will is large and spacious, not once? Okay. So this is a thing. And me and that one will. Think all but one, and me in that one will. I'm going to quick look at Trusty Dusty Book in case it says something that. Oh my god. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna no, we're gonna go with where I was going because I like that better. So yeah, so happy wife, happy life, and so then you have your will, and then more will. Um, so when you work together, you can get more done. Yeah, that's where we're gonna go with it. More than enough. Am I that vex thee still? To thy sweet will making addition thus. So more than enough am I that vex thee still, to thy sweet will making addition thus. So yeah, so that like sort of two is better than one sort of thing. Wilt thou, whose will is large and spacious, not once vouchsafe to hide my will in thine? Um okay, so now I can't not think about what it says in there. So we're gonna move on a little bit and see if I can't twist that. Shall will in others seem right gracious, and in my will no fair acceptance shine? I'm trying so hard. Okay, hang on. So yes, two are better than one, and you add the two together, and you don't have just your interests and viewpoints and yeah, you have their interests and viewpoints, and you put them together and you make something bigger and better. Uh, yeah. So, will you? You're a very headstrong person. You have a large will and ambition. Will you also humbly take mine as well, and we can, yeah, make something else or do something? I don't know. Shall will in others seem right gracious, and in my will no fair acceptance shine? So will you take the thoughts and opinions and viewpoints of others and not mine? Question mark. The sea, all water, yet receives rain still, and in abundance addeth to his store. So, uh, but the sea is also giving up water. But anyway, carrying on. Um, so thou being rich in will, add to thy will, add mine to your will as well. One will of mine to make thy large will more. Let no unkind, um, let no unkind, no fair beseeches kill, think all but one. Hang on. Let no unkind, no fair beseeches kill, think all but one, and me in that one will. We're gonna check 1 sec. Good Lord. Oh no. To make thy large will more, let no unkind, no fair beseeches kill. Think all but one. So, let no one, let no unkind, no fair beseeches kill. Like, let no one tell you not to accept my will, my viewpoint, my thoughts. Think all, think all but one. And oh my gosh. Okay. Think all, think all but one. So yeah, so take them all together, make them your own, but remember me in that one that you come out with. Okay. I can't look I can't I can't look at Trusty Dusty Book anymore because it ruins it. It ruins it. It is. Like they're all innuendo, and I'm just refusing to to accept it. So that was that. Number 136. Yeah, we're gonna say that one before that was putting two together, and because we love one another and we're together, in that last bit, you are the sum of everything, of everyone that you have ever met, and but I am very important because we are together. So just make sure that you remember me. Yeah, okay. Number 136, and we're gonna stop looking at that potentially. If thy soul check thee that I come so near, swear by thy blind soul that I was thy will. And will thy soul knows is admitted there. Thus far for love my love suit sweet fulfill. Will fulfill the treasure of thy love. I fill it full with wills, and my will one. In things of great receipt with ease we prove, among a number one is reckoned none. Then in the number let me pass untold, though in my store's account I one must be. For nothing hold me, so it please thee hold that nothing me, a something sweet to thee. Make but my name thy love, and love that still, and then thou lovest me, for my name is Will. So yeah, so basically there was the play on will. Oh god. Okay, so I'll explain what it was saying about this one. Apparently, the play on will, it was like apparently that I don't know, like it could have also been the dude that she already has is also named Will, and I am Will, and you can have lots of wills. And you do have lots of wills, but just think of all of them just as one, but I am Will with a capital W. Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, so basically she oh, I can't say that. I'm not going to say that. She gets around. If thy soul check thee that I come so near, swear by thy blind soul that I was thy will. If thy soul check thee that I come so near. So the first bit kind of makes it seem like okay, if your first instinct basically when I come near to you is can I help you? Swear by thy blind soul that I was thy will, and will thy soul knows is is admitted there. Um, okay, hang on. And now I can't. Now I can't see. Okay. We'll get through this one, and then hopefully I'll be able to forget the whole will situation. If thy soul check thee that I come so near, swear by thy blind soul that I was thy will, and will thy soul knows is admitted there. Thus far for love, my love suit sweet fulfill. Check thee that I come so near. So, oh gosh. So if after having so many, you finally get a soul when I'm the one who comes to you, and you think, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe, I don't know. Swear by thy blind soul that I was thy will. So when your soul was blind, something, and will thy soul knows. Okay, so swear by thy blind soul that I was thy will, and will thy soul knows is admitted there. Thus far for love, my love suit sweet fulfill. So, oh gosh. I would like to be added to the number, basically. Will fulfill the treasure of thy love. Good Lord. This, this is like, I'm trying to think of how to put it. Like really bad pickup lines. And it's like, it's speaking in the third person, too. Will fulfill the treasure of thy... It's so bad. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Will fulfill the treasure of thy love. I fill it full with wills, and my will one. All right, so we'll just go with it. Will being me, I will fulfill the treasure of your love. You've had many wills, and mine will also be one. In things of great receipt with ease we prove, among a number one is reckoned none. In things of great receipt with ease we prove. So is that basically like the receipt, the list is long, sort of, and it's easy to prove? Easy to prove that among a number one is reckoned none. There's no number one in that list. Here you be for me to read to you, to thee. Sorry, how's that? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Here I be for thee to read to me. Ah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's Shakespeare got naughty. I'm having a tough time. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So basically, he's writing about a not so ladylike lady, that he likes. Yeah. So we're on 136, and her list is long. Shakespeare got naughty. We're reading kind of a nasty. And this one's like, yeah, he's speaking about himself in the third person. Like, okay, all right. We'll read this part. Will fulfill the treasure of thy love. Will being himself. Will, yeah. I fill it full with wills, and my will one. So will, speaking in the third person again, will fulfill the treasure of thy love. Fill it full of wills. Yeah, she fills it. She's had many wills, and will also be one. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, so it's got a long list. She's got a long list. There's no number one. Then in the number, let me pass untold. So it doesn't matter if I'm number one. Just let me be there. Oh God, this is what people would reading it. They're wrong though. Oh, he does. That's legitimately what it is. Yeah. And so yeah, so I apologize. The flowery writing, the floweriness is wilting. Oh God. Oh no. There's a will in there. Yeah. So I tried very hard. We're gonna get through this one, and hopefully the will bit will leave, and I can twist it into a different way. But the will thing, anyway. Okay, we're gonna finish this one, and then hopefully, yeah. Ahem. Then in the number let me pass untold. So just let me be there. Though in my store's account I one must be. In my store's account I one must be. For nothing hold me, so it please thee hold that. Hang on. So it please thee hold that nothing me, a something sweet to thee. Hang on. Though in my store's account I one. My store's account I one must. Hang on. Though in my store's account I one must be. For nothing hold me, so it please thee hold that nothing me. For it please me. Okay, hang on. So it please thee hold that nothing me, something sweet to thee. So basically, potentially, the fact that I don't have anybody kind of pleases you, question mark? Make but my name thy love, and love that still, and then thou lovest me, for my name is Will. Good Lord. That's just terrible writing. This is what happens. This is when you got your spiritual, emotional, pure love, that's good writing. And then there's this. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let it pass untold. Though in my store's account I one must be. For nothing hold me, so it please thee hold that nothing me, as something sweet to thee. So yeah. So you kind of like it that you're my only one. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, make but my name thy love. Again. The will thing, and love that still, and then thou lovest me. So make my name thy love. So love Will, like the general will, and love that, and then then you'll love me, for my name's Will. That's so weird. Sorry. Oh my gosh, that's so ugh. Blech. All right, moving on. That was 136. Oh no. Come on. Oh my god, Shakespeare was so deep, my little mama. Let me whisper in your ear. Make but my name your love. Right, no, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and there were apparently ones up here that like I noticed, but I was like, I'm not bringing it up. So from now on, now that I hope that he's not putting his name into this anymore, because that was just painful. I'm gonna twist it. God. Anyway, yeah. Oh my god. Oh. Why did it? I was concerned. And for good reason. Okay. We're gonna twist it now, hopefully. If he doesn't put his dang name in there anymore, that weird stuff. Oh no. Okay, nope, we're going. Thou blind fool love. No. Thou blind fool love, what dost thou to mine eyes, that they behold and see? Sorry. Yeah, Shakespeare's so deep. I wish not to be. I can't even be mad at that because it was a good rhyme. So bravo, but naughty. Shh, no, you can't. We're figuring out a different interpretation. Yes. That was a really good rhyme. Okay. I'm a lady. Okay. Thou blind. God. Okay. Drink of water. Hang on. Shoot. You're monitoring a stream about airplanes before you came here? Can't blame you. I know I can't. But I thought I'd be able to. I thought that the floweriness would kind of cover over it, gloss over it a little bit. But no, he's a little bit more overt in these. So, okay. All right. We're going to get through it. Number 137. We got, hang on. 37, 38, 39, 40. 4 more. Potentially 3. We'll see. Thou blind fool love, what dost thou to mine eyes, that they behold and see not what they see? They know what beauty is, see where it lies, yet what the best is, take the worst to be. If eyes corrupt by overpartial looks be anchored in the bay where all men ride. Wait, sorry, what? Why of eyes falsehood hast thou forged hooks, whereto the judgment of my heart is tied? Why should my heart think that a several plot, which my heart knows the wide world's commonplace? Or mine eye seeing this, say this is not, to put fair truth upon so foul a face? In things right, true, my heart and eyes have erred, and to this false plague are they now transferred. Okay, I apologize. That was my fault. But we're gonna try and keep it. We're gonna try and keep it a little bit. Oh, oh God, no flatteriness here. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. He doesn't have the privilege of that situation. He's been very clear about that. She ain't got no flowers. Is it ending? Are we there yet? It is. It's done. This one wasn't too bad. There was a little bit in there, but we're gonna let it just kind of gloss a little bit. Thou blind fool, love is blind. What dost thou to mine eyes? What do you do to mine eyes, that they behold and see not what they see? So this goes back to one of the old other poems where, okay, so again, seeing beauty where it's not. They know what beauty is, see where it lies, yet what the best is, take the worst to be. So earlier on too, with him talking about basically how my love isn't beautiful, but I still love her. So my love sees beauty where it should not be. It looks at it in the worst places. If eyes corrupt by overpartial looks be anchored in the bay where all men ride, why of eyes falsehood hast thou forged hooks? So I think if eyes corrupt by overpartial looks, so potentially eyes seeing other eyes looking in a certain direction also find attraction in that direction. So then, if eyes be anchored in the bay where all men ride, why of eyes falsehood hast thou forged hooks? So basically, why have eyes falsehood? Why of eyes falsehood hast thou forged hooks? Yeah, so basically I'm finding love where everyone else has found love. And yeah, whereto the judgment of my heart is tied. Oh, sorry. He's chasing a MILF. What did I miss? Yeah, so basically, so again, to put it in a more proper sort of a thing, she's not conventionally attractive, but he thinks she's the most beautiful thing. And she also gets around. So, well, she said she has no flowers. That implies perhaps no. She. I'm trying to figure out how to say this in a ladylike manner. Yeah, she gets around. That's what it is. So yeah, she's had many wills. She sails in the bay where all men ride. It at right there. Yeah, where all men ride. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So yes. So why have eyes falsehood? So why am I seeing these lies that you are someone to be loved? Whereto the judgment of my heart is tied. Why should my heart think? Why should my heart Okay, hang on. Why should my heart think that a several plot, which my heart knows the wide world's commonplace? So again, like I know what should be considered attractive and I know what should be decent and good, and it ain't you. So why is my heart stuck on that and my eyes? Or mine eyes seeing this say this is not to put fair truth upon so foul a face. So again, so yeah, so like and again, all right. So going back a little bit too. Oh, unscrupulous. Oh, she's a lot. Oh, got it. A lot lizard. Got you. Yes. And the other thing, too, and these could go like in different. I don't know. But if it's just the one person, the one, not such a lady, um, the non-lady, it, there was implications that it was a physical thing, but then he fell in love, and now it's sort of a yeah. So yeah, so again, or mine I seeing this say this is not to put fair truth upon so foul a face. So to put fair truth, that spiritual pure love upon the foulness of just that. In things right true, my heart and eyes have erred. Yes, they have. And to this false plague are they now transferred. Yeah, that's about right. So my heart and my eyes have gone astray, and now they're stuck in this false plague. How'd you as a, use that in a pleasant conversation? Oh, a smiley face. Oh gosh. Better be getting late to read this type of poem. When's the next one? Next stream will be Sunday, and I think I'll be doing a couple of games. They're horror but adorable, so I'm calling them adorable. Adorable. So yeah, so Flicker of Hope and Close Your Eyes on Steam. So yeah, so that'll be Sunday since it's my sort of random day, and I was gonna do it this past Sunday, but yeah, I just didn't. So yeah, so it'll be Sunday. It's usually Tuesday, well, it is Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. So yeah, yeah, and I'm sorry about the sweet dreams question mark. Good, excellent. I'm looking forward to it. Doing something a little bit different. So yeah, after Wild Crocodile, excellent. Yes. Good night. Good night. Yeah. So that was one. We're getting close. That was 137. We're on 138. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. When my love swears that she is made of truth, I do believe her, though I know she lies, that she might think me some untutored youth, unlearned in the world's false subtleties. Thus vainly thinking that she thinks me young, although she knows my days are past the best. Simply I credit her false-speaking tongue, on both sides thus is simple truth suppressed. But wherefore says she not she is unjust? And wherefore say not I that I am old? Oh, love's best habit is in seeming trust, and age in love loves not to have years told. Oops, sorry. Therefore I lie with her, and she with me, and in our faults by lies we flattered be. Oh god, so he's a cradle robber, basically. Oh god. Alright, when my love it was going so well. When my love swears that she is made of truth, I believe her. So when my love swears that she's telling the truth, I believe her. Except I know that she's lying. She thinks that I am some untutored youth, so I'm young and naive, unlearned in the world's false subtleties, thus vainly thinking that she thinks me young. So I'm old, but in vain. So sorry, hang on. My vanity makes me think that her believing me to be naive intellectually, my vanity takes that, or I allow my vanity to take that as her thinking that I am young, even though I know that she knows that I'm old. Simply I credit her false speaking tongue. Oh yeah, okay. Simply I credit her false speaking tongue. So I credit her lies. On both sides thus is simple truth suppressed. So depending on what she's saying, whatever her lie is, or her lies are, she's suppressing that. She's suppressing what the truth is. But why says she not, wait, but wherefore says she not she is unjust? But why does she not say that she's unjust? Because then that would be a lie. But since it's not a lie, that would be the truth. And why say not I that I am old? Why don't I say that? Oh, love's best habit is in seeming trust. So the best part about love is in what appears to be trust, should be trust. And age in love loves not to have years told. So age is just, God, that sounds bad. Age in love loves not to have years told. Okay, so when age in love, when there is a significant age number in love, it loves not to have those years told, that number told. And therefore we lie together, and in our faults by lies we flattered be. And so we just don't talk about it. We do the thing and we just don't talk about it. And we're good. And that's number 138. Is this like Shakespeare's 50 Shades of Grey? I don't know. Maybe it is. I it's not okay. That one wasn't too bad. But oh god, it took me back to like one of the first books that I had to read in college was The Lover. And it was basically this older guy with a younger girl, and it's just like, okay, so why does this have to be like literature? I don't know. But yeah, so gosh, I don't know. That was 138. We're on 139. So it's like an whole I mean, yeah, kind of. Yeah, probably. Yeah. 139. Oh god. We'll see if I come back to this. I'm not sure I want to finish this off. Maybe Shakespeare isn't so bad after all. It's like an episode of Trailer Park Boys. That's why there is something for everybody. It's just they don't usually put these ones out in the open, if that makes sense. You don't bring this to high schoolers. Honestly, I don't know. It's been a while. I'd say you don't even with college people, but particularly not high schoolers. So all you get is, I mean, those ones are good though too, but you don't get the ones that might appeal to. Yeah. So, number 139. Oh God. Oh God. This is supposed to be my proper night. Shakespeare done me wrong. Okay. I was gonna say it a different way, but I couldn't. Nope. Oh, call not me to justify the wrong that thy unkindness lays upon my heart. Wound me not with thine eye, but with thy tongue use power with power, and slay me not by art. Tell me thou lovest elsewhere, but in my sight, dear heart, forbear to glance thine eye aside. What needst thou wound with cunning, when thy might is more than my or pressed defense can bide? Let me excuse thee, my love well knows her pretty looks have been mine enemies, and therefore from my face she turns my foes, that they elsewhere might dart their injuries. Yet do not so, but since I am near slain, kill me outright with looks and rid my pain. Oh God, see, this is the thing. This is what I like. I like the little time. Oh, that's gonna sound bad. I like the subtle innuendos rather than the outward. Here it all is, because then it's funny. God. Yes, tonight we engage in the pastimes of high society by flexing our literary might by reading about an old. Yeah. See, it wasn't all highfalutin proper and stuff like that. It was just a little bit more behind closed doors. All right. Oh, call not me to justify the wrong that thy unkindness lays upon my heart. So, don't. I know you're doing me wrong. So don't tell me to justify it, or don't expect me to. Wound me not with thine eye, but with thy tongue use power with power, and slay me not by art. Okay. So it could go one way, but I'm gonna try and not go that way. Wound me not with thine eye. So, okay, so I'm gonna go down a little bit just because I think it is relevant. If we're being honest, you're probably making it way worse. Poor Potentially. Well, I was trying so hard to like do it not twist like or to not do it in that sense. But these two with the whole will thing just threw me off, and now it's all like it all feels trashy now. But I think okay, it is funny, but it's also painful. Ugh. But I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. So okay, so basically, general overview. She is fooling around. Um, so don't don't expect me to justify that. Wound me not with thine eye. So okay, so tell me. Oh, so yes, so wound me not with thine eye. So don't hurt me with your eye, but speak it. Slay me not by art, art being the look. Tell me that you love elsewhere. But when I see you, dear heart, forbear to glance thine eye aside. So don't turn your eye away because either you're not interested or you're thinking of somebody else. What needs thou wound with cunning when thy might is more than my or pressed defense can bide? So so the cunning being the yeah, we're together, but like I mean, I'm not. You don't need to do that. Uh hang on. What needs thou wound with cunning when thy might is more than my or pressed defense can bide? Maybe when you just doing when you just doing it is more than I can abide. I don't know. Let me excuse thee. Ah, my love, well no. Oh, hang on. Don't look at you with disgust. I presume he's saying, yeah, potentially. Don't know. Maybe he's into that. It could be that too. So like, so yeah, either looking at or away with disgust, as well as again, just yeah. We'll keep it at that. Let me excuse thee. My love well knows her pretty looks have been mine enemies. Okay. Okay. So then this almost seems like a little bit sarcastic. So, okay, well then let me excuse thee. My love well knows that her pretty looks have been mine enemies. So my enemies have uh have had her. And therefore from my face she turns my foes, that they elsewhere might dart their injuries. So at least they're not doing it to my face, kind of, yet do not so. But, hang on. So yeah, so it almost seems sarcastic. It does. It seems like that whole bit there is sarcastic. Like, oh, so you're taking all that attention away from me so that my enemies can be over here. Oh yeah, that's great. That's good. Yet do not so. But since I am near slain, just kill me outright with looks and rid my pain. Which kind of seems like it goes a little bit against the um oh, okay. So it's almost like he here is um sort of still kind of holding on to stuff. He's holding on to it where like, okay, don't wound me with your looks, just tell me it outright. And then he kind of like goes into it a little bit more like, oh, well, they've already kind of gets a little sarcastic, gets a little like hyped up, whatever. And then he's just like, well, you know what? You know what? Since I'm already about slain, all right, do it. Just outright kill me with the looks and rid me of my pain. Kind of. I don't know. It sounds kind of right. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Number 140. Oh, that means that we're yes. That's good. That's good. Yes. Okay. This is the last one. Until next week, we'll see. We will see. Oh no. Number 140. Is that supposed to be be? Be wise as thou art cruel. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? Oh no. Do I want to know? I'm concerned. Take a drink of water. Have I heard that? Let me look. Let me look. Sorry. Yeah, okay. It does. From what I glanced over, that sounds about right. Interesting. See, but isn't that interesting? That parallelism and like things back then aren't so different from the way they are now. Songs about a guy who falls in love with a prostitute and becomes overbearing. Interesting. Yeah. I didn't get that from just the lyrics, so excellent. I mean, like not excellent, but you know what I mean. I love that. I love that connection there. Interesting. That's actually like that's that yeah, that's basically it. Shakespeare's in everything. And his and well, hang on. And yeah. There's a euphemism there, and I can't get it at the moment. Would have thought it'd be common sense not to fall in love with hookers, but humans don't learn, I guess. That was actually okay. That was actually one of the lines up in here. Uh, so yeah, so it was basically about lust, and how it's like it's so yeah. So in like beforehand, it's all like, oh, it can't, no, don't do it, and then during it, it's like, yeah, excellent, and then afterward, it's like, oh no. All this the world well knows, yet none knows well to shun the heaven that leads men to this hell. That's exactly what it is. So yeah, I love that you brought that up and had that connection there. So yeah, no, we never learn. We never learn, do we? Oh gosh. Number 140. The end. The end for now. We'll see. Be wise as thou art cruel. Do not press my tongue tied patience with too much disdain, lest sorrow lend me words, and words express the manner of my pity wanting pain. If I might teach thee wit, better it were, though not to love, yet love to tell me so. As testy sick men, when their deaths be near, no news but health from their physicians know. For if I should despair, I should grow mad, and in my madness might speak ill of thee. Now this ill wrestling world has grown so bad, mad slanderers by mad ears believed be, that I may not be so, nor thou belied. Bear thine eyes straight, though thy proud heart go wide. The smiley face threw me off. Uh, well, this conversation has been insightful. Right? Like, and that okay, and that's the thing is like I I like the subtler stuff, but I'm so caught up in this like overt talking in the third person, really horrible pickup line stuff over here that just everything seems just worse. But I like the subtle stuff, and I do like discussing and analyzing general truths about the world, even in certain arenas. But yeah, if it gets a bit too overt, it's just like okay, yeah, that's where I get my pain. But yes, insightful question mark. Be wise as thou art cruel. Do not press my tongue-tied patience with too much disdain. So you're very cruel. So please be wise as much as you are cruel. Don't press my tongue-tied patience with too much disdain. So I'm not saying anything. I'm being patient about it. Don't press it with too much of your disdain. Lest sorrow lend me words, and words express the manner of my pity wanting pain. So unless I finally break and start saying things that I mean but don't mean but don't mean, uh, yeah, the manner of my pity wanting pain. If I might teach thee wit, better it were, though not to love, yet love to tell me so. though not to love. So if I might teach thee wit, better it were, though not to love, yet love to tell me so. I'm a little wonky there, so I'm going to keep going. As testy sick men, when their deaths be near, no news but health from their physicians know. So when they're about gone, when they're about dead, when dudes are about dead, no news but health from their physicians know. So, and the smiley face, why? I mean, I get that it's supposed to be it's just a colon, and then it's a parenthesis. All I see is a smiley face. Dano never thought you'd be discussing 14th century smut with a random chick on the internet on your Thursday night, but here you are. I mean, that's the beauty of this. Oh, what a way to put that, though. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, happy Thursday. Good lord. Okay. If I might teach thee wit, better it were, though not to love. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. If I might teach thee wit, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna teach you wit. Verbal pleasantries, kind of verbal conversational propriety. There we go. Kind of. If I might teach thee wit, better it were, even if you don't love me, tell me you do anyway. Just as if someone is near their deathbed, your doctors are just going to tell you how healthy you are. For if I should despair, I should grow mad, and in my madness might speak ill of thee. So if you push my patience too far, I'm gonna go crazy and I'm gonna say things about you. I'm gonna say bad things about you. Now this ill wrestling world has grown so bad, mad slanderers by mad ears believed be. So now this ill wrestling world has grown so bad. Yeah, mad slanderers by mad ears believed be. So the world will believe me, even though I'm just a mad slanderer. The crazy ears will believe me. That I may not be so, nor thou belied, bear thine eyes straight, though thy proud heart go wide. That I may not be so, nor that. So, hang on. I'm not checking Trusty Dusty book because that did not go well last time. Okay. So that I may not be so, that I may not be mad, nor you improperly presented. Bear your eyes straight. Look only at me and to me, figuratively speaking. Though thy proud heart go wide. So though you are wandering elsewhere, when you're with me, you're with me. Sure, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna end on. Oh my gosh. Honestly, this is probably one of the weirdest quotes you've had in your life. difficult to top that one for which quote should go on your grave. Yeah. If you want that on your grave, you do you. But oh yeah. So that was that. I do. I kind of want to keep going, and I'm hoping that by next week I'll forget that whole situation over there, and I can just twist it, and it'll be. I don't mind it a little bit to a point, but again, that over here was just too much. It was just way too much. He's talking in the third person, and I'm not going to be able to get over that. Okay. So that was that. That was a trip. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was concerned, and I had every right to be. So there's no forgetting. You made sure that no. What? Wait. Did you do something? Or just in general? Oh no. No, no, no. I must forget. Cuz there have been things where like when the what is it? Like when the split and now that just seems so much less. When the split between like number 100 of the poems was what's the word? What's the word? It changed so much and it threw me off and I forgot about it by the next stream and then it was kind of okay. So now I need to do that next time. No. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's there. It's there forever. Oh no. It's fine. It's good. Oh gosh. Well, that was a trip. I didn't quite know what I was getting into for that. Um I'm I'm amused. But also it's just a little it's a little weird doing it in this um uh medium. But hey, yeah, okie dokie. So yeah, that was that. We'll probably do this again next week. But yeah, so on Sunday we're gonna do a couple of just like little chill games that I want to do on Sunday, but ended up not. And then Tuesday we'll be flying again, and again Thursday we'll be doing the rest of whatever the heck that just was. So yeah. So yeah, to whoever got lost and found their way here or found their way back, and yeah, thanks for being here. That was painful, but fun question mark. This was a trip. This was definitely a trip. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks for bearing with me and bearing with that, and we'll finish it up on Thursday. I might, in the meantime, I might be like, I kind of don't want to, but it does. It almost seems like it's not, like they're not all gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, until next time, hope to see you again soon. Uh, have a great whatever's gonna be for you. If I forgotten anything, brain is mush. But yeah, thanks again. Um, and yeah, so bye.